start streaming. And
Wow.
do. Okay. How long does it take? 7 seconds? 8 seconds? Okay. I'll put that there on Twitter. I don't know why I post on Twitter. No one talks to me there.
Where else are you gonna
Then
post?
we bring this up here. Okay, we'll pop that out. Hide members. Full screen. Okay, so I have this here. And I will gingerly unplug my mouse, and now I don't have to worry.
Wow.
I know. I'm a fucking genius, aren't I? But now how will
Okay.
people see that amazing picture of Linkara and Doug that you just posted?
I know.
It's such a tragedy.
He's all like, "Look, Doug, they really do have a bad credit card."
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the
I
fuck?
can't believe it.
I can't do it. It makes me want to choke on my own throat. It's weird how much more likable Doug is Linkara when they're both awful in their own way.
I mean, Doug has like 1% self-awareness instead of 0. And also he doesn't get angry when people make fun of him.
he, he doesn't get he doesn't get beside himself with rage when people call him the light
Yeah.
bringer.
Yeah. Oni Plays constantly disparages me.
I mean, you have to give Doug some credit. The thing that you would call him that would be the equivalent to Lightbringer, that would just be calling him the nostalgia critic, which he's fine with and does himself. So,
Yeah, or critic.
or critic. Yeah, it's fun.
And yet,
It's weird that
how
yeah.
Spoonie, if you call him anything, he just calls the cops. Doesn't matter. Just call him Honey. So says fuck it.
Yeah. It was sad that you showed me the Spoonie old Ultima video, and it's like, oh, he actually used to be good. I had no idea.
Yeah, remember that high school video where there was like a massacre at the high school and there was a character called Spoonie?
Yeah.
Remember his Tekken review where his eyebrows get big? Anyways, are we live?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I better open a drawing then.
Did that surprise you?
Actually, I have not especially. I just wasn't certain. Actually, I'm gonna open this one because I have the background ready for it.
Hey, look at this.
Where is it? I have a background now. There it is. Perfect. Okay. So let's get to work. Not sure which way around I want this actually.
Sure, if you spin it, it will start to look good. Oh, maybe you could even vertically flip it,
That's the
and the
plan.
light bit would be behind her head.
I would never do such a thing.
I know, there's so many
Crop.
options.
Okay, I'm trying to get this little fucking scan error off the side here. Crop once more. The top can use a little cropping too. Okay. Looks pretty good.
It is cool that the ink wash looks all organic and messy.
Because it is. Because it's real.
Yeah. Are real things better than not real things? That's the real question.
Trick question.
It is?
Yeah. The answer is fries. No, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's get crazy here. Okay, cool.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I
I
mean
mean,
that
it looks
looks
pretty
pretty
good just
good
like that.
as it is. Yeah. I mean, maybe
That
don't overthink it.
that's maybe not. I do see a little bit of misalignment though. Let's take care of that.
Man, I was working on my book earlier.
Uh-huh.
Was a little disappointing. Hard for that
Oh
to not
no.
be the case at this point, but it's interesting. I mean, at this point, I'm rewriting things that I wrote well over a year ago.
Mm,
Oh, yep, better get that.
yeah.
Damn, you can't even tell.
The magic of digital.
Hmm. If only you could pay someone to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I have enough money, I won't have to draw a single bit of it.
That's the goal.
Yeah. That's the idea of getting good at something, is not having to do it.
Hmm.
I could be like Big Bob Kane.
Who's Bob Kane?
He's the guy who made Batman, quote unquote.
Oh.
And he totally drew it too. Yep. That's why when people asked him to like draw stuff, he would waffle and say he couldn't do it right then and there, and then leave. And then mysteriously the pages would get drawn.
Hmm.
And then there was this other guy called Bill Finger you never heard of, but don't worry about him.
Is he the guy who actually made Batman?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the guy who died penniless and actually made Batman.
Yeah, it's weird how that works.
Yeah. It was the 40s and 50s for comics.
All these people who do things, they should just not do them instead, because that seems to pay much better.
Yeah. What is this? What is this white shit? Oh,
I
it's on the top. It's on the top layer. Okay.
Oh,
Some artifact. Some
is
artifacting
yeah,
for
is
the
it like
scan.
the layers were
I
out
guess
of
I couldn't
whack?
see them from the top of the scan when it was used to just be a white background. Oh, this is part of the
Yeah,
ground?
hmm,
Why is there a white line there?
must just be a scratch, or maybe there was a hair on the
Why
scanner.
is there a hair in my scanner?
Man,
That's annoying.
it's very small. If only there was an animal in your house with small white hairs.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I can fix this.
I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, it's gonna look this size, and then in print it's gonna look this size.
I mean, I think it can be a fun
I'm
Easter egg. It's like
gonna,
your cat has been immortalized.
well, I'm gonna use a kind of a blurring tool, a blending tool or something. See what I can do.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's better.
Your cat finally had its moment and you deprived it. Yeah, no one is gonna see that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that one's okay. Cool. Nice.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Words?
Bill Finger and Bob Kane.
Oh yeah. I was saying people who do things should just not do them instead and just get paid for it anyway.
Yeah, that is a great idea. Okay, the rest looks fine.
Yeah. And I am doing slightly better with writing these days, although it's starting from a pretty low baseline, so I'm not sure that's saying much.
Yeah.
I think I'm on the verge of, I don't know, finally getting over myself. You know, with Bennett
With Bennett
Foddy.
Foddy.
Yep, with Bennett Foddy.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
uh it's just been a while. It's like, you know what? Maybe I can just quit giving a shit and just work on, getting something out that actually can go out rather than fussing over imaginary work for, years on end.
that's the plan.
Yeah, it really is. Weirdest thing, this I'm trying to rewrite the first chapter, for like the fourth time.
Uh huh.
I don't even feel like the rest of the stuff I've written will be all that hard to rechange. It's just like the first chapter specifically is hard
Mm,
because all this stuff has happened and changed down the road that I have to go back and make sense of. But the first chapter has to, account for that because I
yeah.
feel like it was, I don't know, like 25% of the way through the manuscript I wrote where I had a fucking clue what I was doing.
Uh huh.
And then, uh, yeah, and so from then on, like the idea of what the book was going to be was more or less fixed in my mind. So
Yeah.
it's just the first several thousand words are full of gibberish that I have to go back and doesn't make any fucking sense. And the few people I did show, um, my second attempt at a first chapter a while ago, they rightfully point out that it was confusing. Be like, wait, why would the guy go here? Isn't this kind of a weird coincidence? Is this? Yeah, just explain what you're going for here, which makes sense. I wrote that, in a burst of enthusiasm I had basically out of nowhere, where I had literally no idea what was going on when I started writing. So it makes sense that
Yeah.
it would be filled with just gibberish.
That does make sense. Uh, did you say you showed the third chapter to some people?
No,
Of
I
Mesmer?
showed my
Oh.
second attempt at the
No, no,
first
I know,
chapter to
but
some people.
you said another day, a different day. You said you were gonna show chapter 3 to some people.
Wait, do you
Remember?
mean of Meziel?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't you say you were gonna do that?
No, I said I wrote a draft of chapter 3.
Yeah, and then I thought you had shown it to people.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I said I would show it to you. There's a 0% chance I'm going to show any Meziel thing to anyone before I show it to you. Unless it's like very, very frivolous.
I mean, I don't know. It would be okay. Uh, yeah, I guess it doesn't make sense to show it to anyone in the server because they don't know what chapter 2 looks like. So.
I mean, I might chat with them casually about it, but I don't think I would do that.
Okay. Yeah, I really do want to draw chapter 3. It is a crime that I'm not allowed to do so.
Little bit. Little bit. Yeah. I don't know,
Trying
man.
to remember if this.
I have kind of come around to the idea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write the book again from beginning to end, and I'm just going to pass the chapters to people in my server and just get
Mm,
feedback from immediate people and
yeah,
yeah. And then I what I really want to do is just start releasing it chapter by chapter online. I'm scared to do that
yeah,
for a couple reasons. One, if I just get a immediately really shitty response, or more likely none at all, then it might be discouraging. Uh,
yeah.
and it would just be out there where it'd be like, oh, remember this? So almost what I want to do is pass it to people in the server and then maybe start releasing online, but with a bit of a lag. where I'd have people look at it, then a few weeks later I could release it. So the people reading it in the server would be a few weeks ahead of just the general population that could read it at any time.
Uh-huh. 55 LPI 40. There it is.
Whoa, what's going on there?
I'm gonna give her like a gradient. I'm trying to. I know if I lock the layer. No. Which one was it? Is it lock transparent pixels or lock layer? There's a way to just draw on the. I think it's. Yeah, it's lock transparent layer so that it only affects this portion of it. So if I do this, will it just add? No. Maybe I can lock it, like add two layer below or something like that. Multiply. No. Draft layer, reference layer, clip two layer below. What does that do? Oh. Oh, that did it. Okay.
Is this what you wanted?
Yeah. Because it's see this it's over the whole thing. This one it's just on here. Okay. And now on top of that that gradient trick did last time. But from here to here. Okay. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Oh, what's it? Should be underneath. Well, it should be transformed like so. Yeah, something like that. Hmm. The only problem is it's fucking with the line art. There you go. Okay. This. What do you think, Green?
I think it looks a little dark.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like the effect in general, but it feels like the whole thing is a little dark.
Yeah, I wonder how I could.
Like I don't.
Maybe the opacity. It
I
should be
mean,
like white at the bottom, something like
I
that.
mean that looks a little more interesting. I understand it wasn't final, but the starkness of the change was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
that's pretty good. I might. I'm gonna this bit, the cocoon bit. I'm not gonna put that effect on. I'm gonna have it stand out like more in the front. Um, and then maybe the eye could be white.
that wouldn't be the worst idea because it does feel like there's some highlight or something that's missing.
Yeah, I think the eye should be the trick. I'm
Hmm.
gonna save it as it is right now. And then I'm gonna fuck with it.
Yeah. This
But
is not
something
a
like this.
this is not a painful panel. It just feels a little off in its current form.
Glowing endorsement. Uh, I'm gonna. The first thing I'm gonna do is erase the gradient on here. Because I think this bit probably needs to stand out. Oops. Damn it. I missed a little bit there. I need to do it in sections. I will put like some gray tone on this one, but it'll be a different like situation. It doesn't matter on the black strands though, because they're black. A lot of firsts going on in this chapter, I must say.
There are. First, chapter 2.
I feel like the next one's gonna take like a week to make because it's gonna be so much easier.
Well,
Like,
I
it's all
wouldn't get ahead of
talking
ourselves,
heads.
but I feel like it will take less time than chapter 2.
Yeah, that's for sure. All in all, it's just not very funny at all.
Man, look at you go.
Yeah. This is a thing, and it's gonna be more of a thing. Wow. Wait, I don't need to be. Yeah, here I can just go like this. Duh. It's
Oh,
locked to the layer. It can't go out of the layer. Yeah, okay.
oh that's cool.
I just don't want to go into her hair. That's the only thing. Okay, there we go. I keep forgetting how lock pixels work. There's a bit. Okay. Next, get rid of the gray tone. Oh. It's hard to even see because the percentage is so low on the other layer. But it is important to remove. Oh, I should share this on my Twitter. I forgot.
That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
There seems to be one mysterious person who may or may not be in here with us. It could also be John managing separation
Could
anxiety.
be. Yeah, or Jaws.
Or Jaws.
With a massive headache.
Yeah.
Multiply.
If only I had more arms.
You know, they call it comics, but there's nothing funny about this.
Very true. Yeah, they call it stream, but where's the piss?
We're full of piss and vinegar.
Yep. Where did the phrase piss and vinegar come from?
Great question.
Because, like,
Where did it come from? Haha, from the guy's dick.
Yeah, like, under what circumstances would piss and vinegar be combined?
I guess to dilute the vinegar in order to have more of it for sale.
I don't know.
probably originated in a fish and chip store.
Okay, that's okay. Kind of makes sense.
That does.
Even as a way to describe someone as confident and aggressive, it's like, ah, you're so full of piss right now.
God, you're so full of fucking piss.
Yeah,
Uh,
really
uh,
not
uh,
sure what's going on
yeah,
there, but whatever.
that is probably the single largest mystery in human history, I would say.
We had human history.
Mm, mm, mm. Okay, I'm happy with this panel. I mean, um, before I do that, let's test the eye.
Hell yeah, I'm feeling good about this. Or maybe give her a sultry dot in the corner. Oh no. Oh no, where'd Michi go? Michi! Michi! This is so bad! Oh, okay. I have no idea. Yeah, he's probably just chasing his dog around. Hey, there's two people here. How are you doing? Or feel free to not answer, you can just sit there quietly as well, but feel free to say how you're doing.
But
Bastard!
bastards must pay.
Were
I'm
you...
gonna try for less HD.
Oh, whoa, okay. Whoa, that was the stream
See if
cut out for a second, but now you're here again.
uh, oh. I mean the whole Discord went down
Oh.
because Discord is a really good app that is maintained by professionals.
Do you have any idea what's causing that? Like, at
I have
all?
no fucking clue. Like I thought it was because my graphics card was like needed a driver update, and that seemed to fix it for a couple of days, and now it just does it.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what the problem would be, and I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
That looks pretty good to me.
B for brush. Oh, thanks.
Hmm.
Let's
Ooh,
let me see.
maybe you should highlight her teeth as well.
I thought of that, but it seems a bit odd the more I think about it.
Oh, I mean, I was
I
mostly
don't. I.
joking. I don't know that it would look bad, but I was mostly
I'm
joking.
not. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about that though. I was like, have I seen that in any? What did I just?
Hmm.
Oh, I'm on. I've selected the. Okay. Trying to just. There we go. That looks pretty cool, actually. I like that.
Hmm. That is very cool.
Okay, now this needs to be darker, and then Mezil's face can be lit up in the center of it. So, okay, this is like layers upon layers, but here, add a new one. Then everything outside of the cocoon, oops, can go. A inverted selection, which is, where is it? God damn you, shrink. Wait, where is the, oh there, invert selected area, and delete. Okay, done.
Okay.
Now, erase everything. Oops, what did I just do? Now erase all these bits.
This is crazy, man. Can't believe this person dies in the next chapter.
I mean, that would let me do a completely new comic. That would be crazy.
It would.
Oh. Okay.
I wonder what Spoonie's daily life is like.
Wake up, cry, throw up, cry some more.
Do you think he misses Trump? Or for him, do you think Trump never went away?
I have no fucking clue what Linkara's opinion on Trump was. Linkara, I mean Spoonie. I have no idea what Linkara's opinion was either. I mean,
Oh shit, it's eyes looking out.
yeah.
Okay, now I
That's
get you.
That's Meziel. She's
Damn.
in there.
Now it's all making sense.
Yeah. I mean, pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, this looks pretty good right here.
I feel like this could be darker. I'm gonna add a transparent black layer on top.
Ah!
Yeah, don't worry. And then I'm gonna. Well, hang on.
Are you gonna set the opacity to like 1%?
Yeah, I'm gonna lighten it. But actually, first I should select this. And now I'll paint bucket it. There we go.
Boys be ambitious.
Boys be ambitious. Oh, fuck. I think I just heard someone join.
Yes, you heard someone join.
Oh my fucking god.
It's RA! My god.
It's a fake RA.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like RA and the cooler RA, with sunglasses.
The only person who's gonna read my comic is gonna be spoiled for it by having seen me draw every single page individually.
No.
But there's no dialogue.
Wait,
so
is
I
your
can't
mom
say
watching?
Fuck off.
Sorry. Well, you walked into that.
Yeah, sure. I thought I was amongst friends.
Yeah.
I let my guard down.
You were amongst us. Hello.
I was among us.
Hello, Element. Yep, dope art as always. I agree.
Thank you very much.
We all agree.
We are all in agreement.
Yeah. So, Jaws, I had a big day.
You had a big day, yeah. You watched Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, because I've watched
Green's big day out.
Yeah, I've watched the Konosuba leaks, and I watched Mushoku today.
But didn't you watch Konosuba yesterday?
Yeah, exactly. But
Shut up.
Quit asking fucking questions.
Wait a second. I could use this to actually.
Yeah.
Will that look? I mean, that might not even be parsable with how small this is gonna be.
It's the spirit thing. Oh, you should put a little killer queen in there as a joke. It'll be one purple pixel.
No, this is worse actually. Okay, this looks fine. I'm happy with this page.
Yeah, that looks pretty dope.
Needs some cleaning here, but
yeah, it looks very nice. Who doesn't? But
thanks.
yeah, I watched Mushoku and
okay, that was scary.
Well done,
I keep forgetting
Michi.
I can't use the fucking I can't use the eraser on the base layer because it just erases the white too. I need to use a white brush.
Oh. it's very funny that for a moment you believed you were doing this with traditional art and you had just destroyed the piece. uh,
I
was...
didn't exactly think I destroyed the piece. I just don't like my art, seeing my artwork erased. That would stress anyone out, wouldn't it?
Ah, no.
Most people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would. Yeah, I don't know what to feel about Mushoku because it's like, okay, this is
Embarrassment.
not well, yeah. Uh I did watch Mushoku and it was like,
Because
this
when
is not
when
miserable, but it's not like this is an incredible return to form, but it's not terrible either. It's like, I'll wait and see, kind of like I was last time, I'll wait and see.
Yeah, I've not watched the episode yet, but I think what's in the episode is probably what I read in the manga before the manga, yeah, before I caught up with it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just continuation from how the last season basically went left off.
I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to feel comforted by this or not, but it really does feel like they stopped it in the middle of the school arc, and the school arc is not over. So this this episode wasn't incredible or anything, and it was kind of stilted and slow and not very well animated for the most part. But
Hmm.
if I interpret that through the lens of this is just the final few episodes of the school arc, towards the end, the previous school episodes were really not very good either. So I can recontextualize this. Maybe this is just kind of stiff and shitty.
Cope.
I
Sorry.
know. But it's like,
Uh,
okay, maybe it's just not great because we're still in the slog at the end of the last core, and in a few episodes it'll be good again. Because there was a big chunk of the first half of season 2 of Mushoku that was actually good. The Broken-Hearted Mage arc was actually pretty well animated and pretty well paced and had some good moments. It was just the school arc became a fucking slog, and now it's
yeah.
starting to look like they're
Yeah.
still doing it.
Yeah, I think when they introduce like a college for magical people, that they will spend some time there.
Jaws.
Do they have the house by the end of the episode?
I mean, this was the house hunting episode, so that's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, this was the house hunting episode.
Yeah, okay, that's what I assumed.
Yeah, what a suspiciously large house. How are two people going to populate this? I don't get it.
I mean, we've seen stuff from the trailers who will be living there.
I mean, it's hard to avoid it. I mean, if you just look at the front covers in bookstores and shit, they don't try very hard to hide where this is going.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm still holding out hope. It's not incredible, but I'm holding out hope.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, if the current arc or whatever is not amazing, stuff shifts all the time, and you just hear from the different turning points that they are all good and change stuff. So there will be changes eventually.
It
If it
does
will be
just
this season, who knows?
it does just kind of hurt because the entire first season of Mushoku, there was hardly a gap in that show. There was hardly
I
a
mean,
moment which
I
wasn't
think
good.
the beginning of the first season for me dragged like a bit, like the era stuff before the calamity like dragged a little.
Oh, I mean it was maybe a little slow in places, but I liked Eris. I mean, I still like Eris. She's the best.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that assessment. Pro tip, Jaws: when you get a girlfriend and you decide to watch anime with her, don't watch Mushoku Tensei with her.
Yeah, I'm smart enough to.
God damn it! Why does
No.
everyone think this is so obvious? I had to learn this the hard way.
Girlfriends are wasted on the girlfriend havers.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if only there were more boyfriend-free girls.
If only there were. Oh, that's the other thing we need to do. We need to finish reading Sonichu together.
This is great. This is Green's way of getting revenge on me for what I did about Linkara and stuff like that.
I see.
He's making me read all of Sonichu.
Well, the other day I was looking for just to make fun of someone in a message. I was looking for the screen where Chris says, "Just like I was, and my heart was previously shattered as well."
Yeah.
I was looking for that. And then that just turned into me reading Sonichu. And
Are
I've
you
never
enjoying
actually,
it?
and I know everything that happens in Sonichu, but I've never actually read it. I've never taken the time to
Yeah,
just sit
same.
down
I
and
I
read it.
have I have read like I think I had read like the first couple chapters once upon a time, but yeah, most of the stuff we've been checking out lately, I've never fucking seen.
I mean, I've read a
I
significant
just heard
portion
legends. Yeah,
of, I've read much more of Asperchu than Sonichu, which was the
yeah,
parody of Sonichu, which was
yeah,
actually pretty well made. Like, it was actually a lot of talent and soul went into Asperchu,
yeah.
and it's really
Honestly, yeah.
hilarious.
I
It's
never heard of that.
it's someone with actual talent did a parody of Chris, where it
Some
kind
of
of,
the actual
well,
talent.
are you gonna fight me on that?
No, no, I just think it's funny how like nonchalantly you just drop that in there.
Yeah, because Asper Chu is actually well made. The guy can draw. The guy's a competent writer. It
Yeah.
kind of apes Chris's style in the most slightest influence sense, but in general, it's its own thing. Asper Chu is just a good time, and there's a bunch of little subtle references to Christery and all the various appearances he's had.
It's
Uh,
hilarious how they convinced Chris that people thought Asperchu was the real Sonichu, and
I
he was
just
like he was like freaking the fuck out. Like, no, Asperchu is an imposter.
yeah. It's weird that all the people that Chris thinks are pretending to be him are just way more talented and virtuous than Chris.
Yeah, yeah, like Liquid Chris.
Yeah, Liquid Chris is cool and funny and can play guitar. Asperchu can actually
Yeah,
make a good comic.
yeah.
I I don't know. There haven't really been that many people who've pretended to be who have convinced Chris that they're pretending to be Chris over the years, but the ones that there have been very influential. Oh
I
That
love
god.
how
happened at
it was
all
like a
is
it,
enough.
it was like a terrible thing because it kind of like fueled Chris's ego even further because he was like convinced that people would want to be him. Like people were coveting his skills and his fame
Yeah,
as if anyone would want to be cursed with their fucking existence for
Chris
one second.
Chris getting an unlimited amount of attention was not good for anyone.
Well, it was good for people who want to laugh at the internet.
Kind
Like,
of. It probably made them worse people too.
I
Sure.
mean, you say that as we're currently reading the thing he did and laughing at it.
Yeah, is it making us better people?
I don't think it's making us worse. It's just reinforcing
Only measured to the
our
standards
our
you've already
ideas.
achieved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
I mean, the internet did just make Chris into a fucking monster, which is
Yeah, that's true.
because Chris was always going to be screwed to some degree, but he went from being like the quirky town idiot to just being
Yeah, being
like
fucking insane.
to being a legendary symbol of societal collapse on par with Roman emperors.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a way to put
No, reading the history books 200 years from now.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
started with
I mean, I always remember this, Jaws. The invasion of Ukraine, the Pax Americana ended on Chris's 40th birthday. That's how in line with the
Is
world
that real?
spirit he is. Yes.
Holy fuck, okay.
Or
Yeah,
maybe it
that's
was like off by 3 hours or something, but it's basically
I mean,
real.
yeah, that's the same thing basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some synchronicity.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
honestly
like the
feel like
police.
yeah, sometimes I honestly feel like Chris is like the main
It's
character
Malcolm.
of the universe, and like we're all just like side. Like what Chris believes is reality. Sometimes I wonder if that is reality.
I mean, it's only one way to find out. We should all
Yeah.
kill ourselves
Yeah.
as quickly as possible.
I mean, I always remember a tweet that Vile made years ago saying it's going to be crazy in 15 years when they make a Chris Chan biopic. People are going to be walking out of the theaters and saying, "Ah, come on, man. There's no way it was really that bad."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
They're like these Hollywood embellishments. Yeah.
yeah, it's
But usually they make things look less bad than they were.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
probably. I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people will be like more open to that stuff, but I find it hard to believe they would show some of the
So the difference
cruder
between showing
elements.
and between saying or stating, it's
Yeah.
still bad.
It is crazy that Chris reaches that level though, where he exceeds the power of human imagination. Like nothing you come up with it in your head is gonna be worse than the shit he actually did and went through.
Yeah. That's because like so much of the shit uh was like stuff that other people came up with anyway. Like people came up with crazy stuff for them to do, and then they just made it real. Like shove this up your ass. So it is as bad as stuff you could imagine because it is what you could imagine. Whatever crazy shit people could imagine, they basically made happen. They made it reality
I don't know, man. Like
by asking him to do it. Yeah,
even the shit that happened before he was famous was so weird. Like being renamed
that's
by a
true.
robotic
Yeah.
fucking bear.
No, it wasn't a robot bear. It was a guy in a costume.
No, it was a robotic bear.
Wasn't it? I thought it was a
Well,
guy in
it
a
was
costume.
no, it was a little robot bear that was being puppeted by someone standing off to the side. It was a
Oh.
Wizard of Oz thing.
Okay.
I mean, unless I'm pretty sure I've seen a picture of the bear, but I could be making it up. Maybe I probably am.
God, Jesus, and the bear.
And the
Yeah.
bear,
Yeah.
the robotic
what's up
mall
with
bear.
the- What's
What?
up with the bear? I'm not
Oh,
familiar
when
with the bear lore.
well, when Chris was born, his father wanted to name him Christian, but they settled on Christopher. And then he was going to the mall with his parents, and there
And he was
was
like 7 years old.
yes,
I think.
he was
Yeah.
very young. And at the mall, there was this animatronic bear display where there was like an orchestra of robotic bears that were just set up as a tourist attraction in the mall. And
Yeah.
there was a guy who controlling the bear and puppeting it and feeding lines into it with a microphone from from just off stage. So little Christian or Christopher at the time went up to the bear and started talking to it, and the guy misheard him and thought he said Christian instead of Christopher. So
Ah,
the bear called him Christian, and his family took that as a sign from God that he was supposed to actually be named Christian, so they
his
had him
dad
legally be
specifically,
changed to
yeah.
Christian.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Because his parents were also very normal, functioning adults. And so they were like, this is a sign. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Christian,
And
Chris was just
and
so
Chris
screwed.
Chris loves his name, like he loves like any form of it. He will just like plaster it all over the place and fucking just like just name everything in the story after himself. Like, so for him that was like, hell yeah, and I've got an even cooler name.
Yeah, I mean, that's
A
really
holy name. Yeah.
that's really not a good behavior, laughs nervously, looks at name of the channel.
It's
Was it
funny
like
too
inspired by
because
the Save the Bees or something?
It's funny too because like Christopher is already a name alluding to Christ anyway.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess so.
Like so it's really just like 1% more holy. It's like literally Christian, but I mean so is Christopher, so
Very
it's like
good
changing it
point.
from Christoph
Yes.
to Christopher.
Also, Michi, this is not a suggestion,
What?
but
It's a
if you were going to retweet my tweet, now would be a good time to do it.
Yeah, I'll get right on to that.
Yeah.
D&D today turned into Killer Kill. We are all currently wearing sentient clothing.
Yay!
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're having fun.
yeah, it was fun.
The sentient clothing, you say?
Yes,
Perhaps that could be in Mesiel as well.
No,
it's the sentient clothing.
I'm vetoing
Okay.
Or are you?
Yeah.
Could be a Killer Kill rep.
I could sneak it in.
Instantly vetoing it.
I
How would
could-
you sneak? How the fuck would you do that without me noticing?
Just 500 chapters in a but to talk on the clothing or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll construct a story that only makes sense if the clothes are
Yeah.
sentient, and then reveal it in the final chapter.
God
Yep.
damn.
Like that,
You'll just
like
be
Setsubo.
yeah, you'll just be sitting there like, where is he going with this? I don't get it. Then at the last minute, it's like,
Yeah.
aha!
Yeah, where is he? Yeah, where is he going with this? I mean, I'm gonna go along with it and draw it anyway because I have no, like mind of my
No
own. But,
agency over your
but
own
yeah, I have no
story.
agency or self control. But yeah, I wonder where he's going with it. Yeah,
Uh,
I was gonna say something and I forgot. Fuck.
Probably something about Chris Chan.
No, I've been thinking of some cool powers for characters in Mezil, but I guess I can't.
Are all their powers? No, wait, not all their powers are blood related, right?
Not
Yeah, we're adding piss.
not shut up. Not the ones of characters that there are characters that don't use the glums, but all the glum ones will be blood powers. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Hey,
mean,
power
that's a good idea.
subtypes, or
Yeah.
not just
I
subtypes, like different power systems.
well, yeah. I mean, there's electric folks. There's magic weapons that can stretch. There's
Brains.
various like magical creatures. Yeah, there's brains. I don't know. I thought of a good one. I thought it was good for the. I usually come up with the characters first, and then try to think up of interesting powers that would fit them. And one of them I have for a character who I'm not sure when they'll be introduced actually. Would be that they make this like kind of like a bullet from their blood, but it's just one, right? It's just like this tiny little, kind of like this shaped. If you can see that, like a little metal, like not metal, a little blood, like double pointed elliptical thing, and then they can just like fire that. But if it hits anyone, all the blood that spurts out, they can turn that into more of them, like into more projectiles, and then use those to and be like a multiplicative one where the more people there are around, stronger
Then
it
it
is.
needs to be a hollow point bullet.
Yeah, just like shoots out all over the place, and they could like stab someone with it, and the explosion that comes out of their back of blood is like a shotgun blast of it, and it makes more and more. And after a bit, there's like a fucking giant rain. It's like raining these blood bullets all over the battlefield. Yeah,
Could
I
work.
like that one. Another one I thought that would look cool visually would be someone doing like they would the blood just makes like this cool looking, just like a circle around some part of their body or one of their weapons, and then the more of these they put around, like you see a bunch of cool concentric circles, the more of it they put that just has a times multiplying effect on how effective or strong the thing is. So you could do like they put around their fist and do like times 10 of them, and they would do a times 10 strength punch.
Times infinity.
Yeah, well, yeah, there would be. I mean, the limit obviously is how much blood you have and how many of those you can make, and also the time it takes to make one. But if you charge it for a long time, you can make a really strong one. Yeah, just some ideas.
Yep.
These are more pragmatic attacking ones. There's going to be more like weird ones, like to do with communication or
Communication via blood.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's a thing.
So and you're almost done with the chapter, right, in terms of the actual drawings?
Yeah, I mean, all the pages are scanned and sitting in the folder. I'm just doing this kind of stuff to them. Yeah, this one I'm happy with. I'm gonna leave it. Maybe I should open one that hasn't been seen on stream yet. Let's see here.
Sneak peek.
What do we got? So many to choose from. Ah, yeah, why not this one? Let's flip this.
Yeah, oh, Jaws, in other news, I wrote a bit
Hmm?
today, which was cool.
Yay! You said that you had some news actually on something. I still don't know what that was.
I did? I said that?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I was being
Maybe.
cryptic.
Apparently.
I'm just trying to...
Being very cool and cryptic.
I'm just about at the point where I'm sick of... I've just come to hate having the book over my head so much that it's like, ah, fuck
Yeah.
it, I need to just get something out there. So I'm getting dangerously close to having something out there. I'm actually probably going to be talking to you relatively soon, I hope, because I'm kind of thinking this. I I have a massive first draft that is just sitting there. I have like 3 different versions of a chapter 1 that I've done over the past year, and none of which have stuck, I mean. I think I'm going to just make it week by week and just give chapters to the people I know just to give some feedback on them. And then I
Yeah.
think what I kind of want to do is just build up a little buffer in that area and then maybe just start releasing them week by week, but like a light novel. Do you think that sounds
Yeah, I
crazy?
mean, you can do that.
Yeah.
Is this the City of Flies one or the Mushroom
Yes,
book?
yes. The mushroom book is just becoming a suicide note by this point. So it's like yeah,
That does not sound good.
maybe one
None.
it's just become fucking torture because I have tens of thousands of like just scraps of random bullshit relating to it, but I don't know what it's supposed to be, and I constantly flip-flop back and forth between I should just put this out there and just make something, and every part of this book is ill-conceived and I shouldn't even think about it ever again. Like I constantly go back and
Mm,
forth between those. It's not like the City of Flies thing where, oh, okay, how I do this is open-ended, but I still really should do it. The mushroom thing is just like it defines me as a human being in like multiple ways, and there's just a lot against it. And I've written relatively little that is actually shareable or means anything, so it's like I don't even care. The amount of energy I've put into that thing versus what it actually is like galling, and I feel like it's going to be looking over my shoulder for the rest of my life.
yeah,
Yeah.
it might be.
Yeah, it might be like because psychedelics are notorious for doing this, aren't they? Where people try
Yeah,
to
I
write
mean,
about them and they get stuck.
I've brought this up before with Philip K. Dick's Exegesis,
Yeah, I
which
think you
the
told me
published
about
stuff.
that.
Yeah, the published thing is like more than 1,000 pages or something, but he wrote like 7,000 pages and he still couldn't get it right, and then he died.
It fucking sucks because the whole point of how they work is part of what they do is they disrupt language and the way your brain funnels
Yes,
things into language.
yeah,
So
it's
trying to write
impossible to
about that
accurately
is
talk
it's so
about it. Yeah,
fucking hard.
yeah, that's the whole point. It's not, it cannot be
I
talked
mean,
about accurately.
like Alex Gray probably has the right idea because it's probably literally much easier to draw things that convey the experience than to write about them.
That's what
I don't know if
Mobius
it's
did.
easier
He was
or
always
if
on
it's more
drugs and he
accurate.
drew all of it.
What?
Mobius, the comic artist.
Oh.
Like a lot of stuff he was drawing was just trips and he was just getting it down on paper.
Many people did.
That's cool.
So much
Yeah.
of art is
True.
psychedelic related.
I mean, even I have fucking drawn things while I'm high, believe it or not.
I remember the pyramid
Oh well, that
Yeah.
was I drew that.
after.
I drew that after, but yes, that was there. Actually, do I have? I wonder if I could bring up that flower. It's probably in here somewhere. Uh, man, I'm so good at drawing. What the fuck, man?
Regular genius.
Why are you making fun of
yeah.
me? Why would you mock me?
I don't.
Nothing. I was just thinking, like, it would be a shame if anyone threw any of your artwork, like just in general.
Yeah, it would be
I
so
just
such a shame.
looked in the general chat. Why is the guy who is sitting next to nostalgia critic looking like Brandon Sanderson?
That's Linkara.
I
That's
see.
the Lightbringer.
Hmm.
Yeah. Behold. In fact, the set they're on is his show is set atop the fourth wall, where they talk about where bad comics burn. Don't you know?
That I
Okay,
don't know the law about all these strange internet people.
you're missing out. Yeah, this is annoying. I really like these years, but as I've helpfully let myself know in this community note over here, these were cut off in the previous in the previous pages.
Right?
So it
Oh.
doesn't make sense. Well, they weren't cut off; they were shot off. But the
Oh,
blast.
okay. Yeah, but you meant they are no longer there. Okay, like
I
when
mean,
you say cut
I mean,
off,
in
it
this
could also mean like outside of the page or
no,
something.
I mean, in this page, I drew them, but I shouldn't have done because they're not here anymore.
It's sometimes it's so funny when artists forget about this stuff, like Suishida, who has like a sixth finger on someone's hand or two eye patches instead of one. At some point, that happened.
Two
Yeah.
eye patches, you say?
Yes.
I guess they should be about
Like how that happened, I have no idea, but it did happen apparently.
And I just dropped in chat
Hmm.
or the general. I am not under the illusion these are good, but I actually did draw these one of the last times I was high, which was over a year
10
ago at this
seconds ago.
point. It's unfortunate.
I'll be the judge of if they're good or not. You know, it's my responsibility. I have to comment on these. I just
Yeah, as an artist, you have to comment
can't.
on it.
I can't
Yeah,
not do it.
I've not seen this before.
No, you have definitely not.
God damn you!
I do kind of like the flower. I think it's
Yeah, the flower looks fun.
It's charming. I won't say it's good, but it's charming.
Yep, it's definitely a flower.
Thanks, past me, for leaving that note there.
Yep.
I've not been writing for the last few days, week or so. I've run more or less dry again for a little bit.
It happens.
Well, you know what they say.
It always happens. You always
Creativity needs to find you working. That's Picasso said.
Yeah. It always works well when you get back to work after a long time not working, and then it slowly drains out of you again, and then has become like much harder for me to work consistently instead of in bursts, and that's never good.
It's hard. I don't know if anyone actually understands where it comes from or what motivates them or what the factors are. I've lately been somewhat hacking myself where I've discovered that just going for a run when I come back, if I unplug my internet, leave my writing open, go run, a mile or more, and then run back, and then sit at my computer, it's easier to write.
I found multiple like hacks that will make me work, but the thing is, sometimes you don't feel like making yourself do stuff.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like, even if you do find something that consistently makes you do stuff, you'll still be like, I don't really feel like doing it, and I don't feel like making myself feel like doing it.
Yeah, like for me, it's also like I work the best when I have the feeling I don't have to work at all. Like when I'm not pressured by myself into working, and I also have the annoying suspicion that it's not that working makes my depression less, but that I only can work when I am less depressed. Like it's stupid. Like that's more of a factor that allows me to write when I'm feeling better instead of the other way around.
One of the things that I think has hindered me most is like probably happened in high school. I like developed a like a sick joy in like doing stuff as late as I possibly can. Like like knowing that like being like I really should be doing it right now, but I know I can like hold off and do it later, or like I don't technically have
Did
to
you
do it
did you
right this
actually
second.
enjoy that, or what is
I
this?
don't know. It's not like it's not like I love it, but like I think part of me subconsciously likes like having that sort of freedom, which is like a bad freedom, but
I mean,
know.
maybe. I think that's just typical of people who are not very conscientious, and
Yeah,
it's just kind of where
probably.
most of them end up by default. I mean, people who don't do things ahead of time usually end up just
Always
doing them
leave
right when
for
they need
tomorrow.
to be done. So,
Never do tomorrow what you can put off until the day after tomorrow.
yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, the ears are fixed.
Did Green specify that this looks like a mushroom?
No.
It does a little bit.
Green doesn't
It
even really
looks a
know
lot
this
like a
is.
mushroom when you look at it.
I don't think Green knows this is in the chapter until this second.
Is
I
this
think this
Mizio?
thing.
She looks like different, or is this a different character?
This
I mean,
is
she has the
Mizio.
ribbons. Okay.
Why does she look
Okay.
different? She's got the hair, the outfit. That's what she
I
looks
don't
like.
know.
I mean,
The
the art style changes noticeably from, page to page
panel.
sometimes. It's just
That's fine. I don't care. I'd
Hmm.
rather keep it interesting than consistent.
those are some good bottoms of feet there.
Also, if you're thanks, if you're reading the chapter, there's no reason why you'd assume she would
Yeah.
just suddenly be a different character, so it's fine. Uh,
Maybe
like,
have we like
Green just wrote like she falls and lands hearing. So I think I added the parachute umbrella use of her wings.
I
relation?
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
think
make
I
it
said
a much
something
greater
about
rate.
slowing herself, but did not have an umbrella
Yeah, that's
specifically.
right. You
So
said yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it looks as much like an umbrella as it does like a mushroom, really.
Yeah. I mean, it can be both.
Uh, yeah. Anyways.
Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. Okay. It's like a partially an art style difference, like going over the first chapter, and her legs are black in
Well, yeah,
the
these
first
are gonna
one.
be
Yeah.
black. These are gonna be black too. I just haven't colored them. I mean, she's pretty tiny here. Like
Yeah.
this the proper size of the page, so she's gonna look a bit different because this is zoomed out Mesiel as opposed to close up Mesiel. Yeah, but yeah, the you're right. The leggings are black. Also, I need to be consistent with the collar because the collar is has like a black line down it until this panel because it gets torn as she's going through all these branches and stuff.
damn, she really hit the ground hard there.
Did she skidded along it?
I want to read it.
Yes.
Well, you can't.
Well,
Not
you
yet.
can, unless you go to patreon.com/bensaint
Yes.
and read the advanced copy. Yeah, I don't
It
think I am on
doesn't.
patreon.com/bensaint, actually. I looked on there today.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I think I'm on Saint Comics, and I think I'm
Yeah,
on the
that's what I.
I'm on,
That's what I thought.
I'm on the PCP Patreon, but I don't think I'm on the Ben Saint
oh,
Patreon, which is sad.
you have to
That's the
write
only one.
Um,
in
Yeah.
very little font. You need to put a writing credit for me. I want to
I
be able
mean,
to
the
tell people
PCP,
I'm
I
on
think
saintcomics.com.
is
It'll be the highest achievement of my life.
I
Actually, you're
finished
not on
upgraded.
Saint Comics from what it looks like. I mean, it makes
No,
sense given that it's just his side.
I was. I
No, it's
guess I'm only on the
just his
PCPs.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely on one of them. Because how would people buy the Perfect Comics Party?
I mean, that also doesn't seem to be on
PCP's
Sand
one.
Comics.
No, but on the PCP one.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
that's the capacity in which it would have been on Saint Comics. Like you wouldn't have Mesial Chapter 1 on its own. It would be inside the Perfect Comics party.
Yeah, when you go to the procrastinatorspodcast.com
Yeah.
/party.html,
Including such members as Redacted, removed from YouTube, no longer does videos, disappeared from the internet, and lives in a basement.
All true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Collapse of the
Every time we bring up Tom Oliver, we just talk about how he has glass bones and paper skin.
I don't know. Well, every time Tom Oliver comes up around me, I feel obliged to say that I feel bad that I was never more into his content because
You're one of the good ones, man.
I always,
That's what you want to.
Yep. He's always
I was never a fan of his stuff until he started doing the 3D stuff. I'm happy that he's stuck with it.
Yeah, I think I follow him online in some capacity. He doesn't seem to show up much unless I just don't know, because I think I follow him on Twitter, but he hardly ever posts, and he just posts Azumi stuff sometimes.
Why did I do this to myself? Past me? Why?
I don't know.
That's a problem for future Michi.
Yeah.
But now he is future Michi.
Don't draw the parallel hairlines over.
No. Now he is present Michi.
Oh.
He will be. He will never be future Michi.
Oh.
He can never be future Michi.
I'll be future president though.
Only if your name's Power.
Fuck, there's another one. I can't believe it. Yeah, and then I'll win the Nobel Prize.
Yeah, and race
for comics.
What was it?
The Nobel Prize for drawing.
By raising what was consumption tax by 90% or something.
Okay.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man used to be good.
It sure did.
I haven't followed any of the new stuff. I think for a while
it's getting a little bit better again, or rather,
getting a little bit better
again. But it's still not on the level that it was.
I say as I nurse. Yeah, it's getting better. I say as I nurse my black eye and broken ribs. It's not as bad now.
Man,
that's generally true.
Yeah.
I mean, it started off like well enough for me, the second part, but then
it was a fun beginning, but then it dragged.
I think I was caught in the dead zone where it was a little confusing to even know if I was reading it right or getting all the chapters, because I was reading on some sketchy pirate place and stuff, so I just had a little I don't know, I think I just backed off for a while going, oh, okay, I'll let it get ahead and people will tell me if it's good or not, then I'll get back to it. And it just kind of faded from view.
Yeah.
Like, I keep forgetting. Like, I used to rush to read it like every Tuesday when it came out.
Yeah, me too.
And now I just keep forgetting it even comes out. Like, every single time. Oh, yeah, Chainsaw Man. See, how many chapters are there even in the second part?
I don't fucking know. Oh yeah, I was saying about Tom Oliver. I always feel obliged to say, I think he's the only member of the PCP that I would genuinely enjoy meeting at this point. Like BGE, I would say hi to BGE if I ever had the occasion. You know, he seems like a cool dude still. Tom just seems like a nice, likable guy. I always feel bad that his life is fucking horrible.
Yeah, that is true. I feel bad about that too.
Yeah, he made the Animorphs lecture, which is one of my all-time favorite videos.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, did you not like it?
I mean, I liked it. I'm just surprised it's like one of your favorites.
Oh no, I love the Animorphs lecture. It's amazing. It's so hardcore. There's so many twists and turns.
I'm sad no one else.
It's very funny.
Likes the Dan writes one, because that's like one of my favorites.
Is that the Kokoro Wish lady?
Yeah, the Kokoro Wish, the one where she makes that whole fucking world on triangles and there's fucking magic and slimes and shit. That's awesome.
I think I remember. I only know who that is because I think she's I think she's famous in like the lolcow community as being the
Yeah,
one.
she is.
She's the
Yeah.
one intelligent lolcow. Like she's the only lolcow that's actually smart, and it's just their personality is fucking horrible.
Keep forgetting what the fuck the comic is called, but like I've said it before, like that video directly inspired me to draw Meziel. Because I was like, if this fucking crazy bitch can do it, I can do it too.
And that's like always the funny thing when you see
Same
something
with
published
Sonic,
that's not great and that's gotten popular, and you just know, okay, I can actually do something that's better
I
than
mean,
that.
I've heard people bring that up before, like the magical moment of going, I could do better than this. Unlike a lot of, aspiring creatives, I don't think I remember the first time I really felt that way. Uh, I
To
think
be
I
clear, I don't even think like it's I can do better. I was just like, because her like I can draw better than her, sure, but she's actually not bad. Like she draws everything with a mouse, and that's really impressive. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
like a kind of
that's like
primitive.
unimaginable.
Yeah, it's like a primitive like kind of style as regards like people's faces look awkward and stuff, but the actual like big sci-fi spaceship shots and like landscape stuff she draws actually looks pretty good.
is it
So I wasn't even just
Jennifer's?
like I'm gonna. No, it's called.
Jennifer Diane Wrights, right?
No, I that's her, yeah, but the comic isn't called that. The comic is called.
She made a video
It's that
game
one.
called Boppin'.
What's the comic though? She's made loads of stuff. She's made loads of video games and comics and stuff. But the first comic she did, just like the best one, it's the one
Unicorn Jelly?
where yeah, Unicorn Jelly. Thank you. That's it. Yeah, Unicorn Jelly is the one where she like the world building is just like fucking insane. Like people live on these fucking triangular flat worlds, and she made like a whole periodic table, and like a description of all the laws of the like gravity and attraction that govern everything in it. And there's fucking insane ecology for all the jellies in it.
If
Uh,
only they could have used their powers for
travel.
anything else.
Yeah.
I've looked it up. The first part of Chainsaw Man has 98 chapters, or rather, the 98th chapter is the first one for part 2, and we are at chapter 161. So it's
Oh,
kind of insane how little has happened in these
Yeah.
60 chapters
I
compared to
also
the
need to
100 chapters of.
catch up on
Resident
Dan
Evil.
to Dan because that had a bit of a slump, like when it was the giant like mech fight.
I've only fuck, I forgot how many I've read. Like more than 30, I guess. Like I'm still the Mongolian death worm. The end of that is where I stopped.
Okay.
But I like it. I just like so many stories and manga. I just fell off and have to pick it up later.
I haven't read
Yeah.
manga in a while. I have a bunch I need to finish. I still need to finish Doctor Stone. I need to catch up on Three Gatsu. There's a lot of little
Yeah.
ones I could go back for.
Yeah, there's so
Surprised how long it's
much.
taken you
It's like
for
impossible to. Like I have a Boys Abyss. I have a Song of the Nightwalkers. I have Mysterious Girlfriend. I have Nagatoro, which I started
Oh,
some time
I'm
ago.
probably a few behind it. Nagatoro's been like the one manga I've kept up with almost week to week. I don't know why.
Yeah, I have the same thing. Like I've did the same thing with Uzaki, which I stuck with for whatever reason.
Oh, didn't they finally have sex in Uzaki?
Yeah, they did like 2 chapters ago or
Hot
something.
damn.
I have a very small handful of like manga I try and keep up with. It's like Dan to Dan, Chainsaw Man, One Piece, and Gachiakuta are generally the only ones. And I'm like behind on all of them lately.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference for me between keeping up with manga and between just not finishing finished stuff or stuff that's pretty far along. Like, I
Right.
keep up with most of the things that
I'll
are
be right
released,
Hmm.
that are coming out weekly or monthly, and that I'm interested in. But I very often fall off stuff that has plenty of chapters, and I just lose interest for whatever reason or get distracted.
I started reading one recently called
Oseki no Kuno, no Kuni, which I point you at every single time I can.
Yes. No, it's by Tsutomu Nihei, the guy who did Blame.
Okay.
It's called Dungeon Castle, I think it's called.
What is
Dungeon something.
dungeons?
Let me see. Tsutomu Nihei. The Tower Dungeon, that's what it's called. Tower Dungeon, which I started reading. I've only gotten like 2 or 3 chapters in, but it's really good.
Oh, isn't Blame also about going up a tower or something?
Yeah,
Okay, so is it a
I think
similar
I think
concept?
yeah, I think that's his thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
but
that's the
I
thing
enjoy.
in so many manga and manhwa is tower stuff like Magi is also
Yeah,
apparently something like
I
that.
like yeah, yeah. Maggie, they go up like different towers. There's Tower of God, I guess. But
Yeah, there and the what's it
I've
called? The world after the fall or however, the one that Whale mentioned also is like that.
yeah, but I've enjoyed seeing his digital art style because it's like very different from his traditional one, like from Blame, which I love. But I also like his this one is much more loose and kind of like it's like less preoccupied, but it's kind of also more confident in a way. It's really fun to see him just like I can see he just like kind of sketches this out and just is like, yeah, it's good enough, and it is. It's pretty cool. So I appreciate.
I'm I also gonna be right back. I grab some food.
Okay.
Damn.
Jaws just left to go grab some food.
The bastard. Oh, that's fun.
Actually, I'm not sure that is fun. Well, her shirt is gray. Not sure if the shadow should be though. Maybe the shade gray should just be a different shade. Yeah, it's too dark. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, you would say that.
Yeah, I would.
Don't you miss him already? Mm. Cat's going crazy. Hello? Are you there? Here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is everything cool?
Mm.
Okay. You say so.
Just looking at stuff. Yeah, what was Jaws talking about?
Chainsaw Man, and then we were talking about Tsutomu Nihei manga called Tower Dungeon.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Nagatoro's ended up being the last manga that I follow consistently. I suspect I'll go back and read more at some point. I was
read more Nagatoro.
more manga in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
that
was
is a good place to read it.
just reading. I was reading a bit of Sergeant Frog earlier last year.
Yeah.
I mean, Sergeant Frog's one of those I probably would have liked it more when I was younger, but it seems cool.
Yeah.
Which one?
Sergeant Frog.
I don't know what that is.
You know, it's fucking it's Sergeant Frog. It's
It's
Karero Gunso or
It's
whatever the
a
fuck.
it's a gag manga about an alien frog that comes to Earth to conquer it, but screws up and then just ends up stranded here.
Kind of like
Never
Doraemon,
heard.
but
Well, maybe I've heard of it, but I don't remember anything. I
if
don't
you
think
look
I've
up
ever
the
seen
images,
anything.
I think you would recognize it.
Mm. Maybe there's
Green,
just
show
stuff I don't know
what
nothing
Sergeant
about.
Frog looks like. I'm sure. I'm sure it's known to you.
Have you how much have you read by Asano?
Um,
I've only read Dead Demons.
You've not read Punpun?
No.
Oh boy.
And when I say I have read Demon, it's like I've read half of the first chapter.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
you
half
have,
of
not
the
read
first volume.
pretty much
Sorry.
anything. Okay.
No, not as much. Everyone says Poon Poon is great, and I'm sure it is.
Punpun is a masterpiece.
yeah,
I like the Mon-Ben episode with him in it.
I've been Asano always struck me as someone that would be a real asshole in real life.
No,
Maybe not an asshole, but more like a sort of cold person or so.
I see him.
he's a bit
I
of
imagine him as like the intellectual Tite Kubo. He's like
What does that mean?
he's like who Kubo would be. Where on some level he's kind of like, I don't know, like in a like he's kind of where Kubo almost is like, I don't know, the jock of Shonen Jump in a weird way,
Yeah.
where he tries to have this bad boy attitude. I imagine Asano as being like that, but just like in a sad boy way where he's all depressed.
The funny thing is, he himself said that Punpun should not be regarded as like a depressive manga or like in that genre even. Like he saw it differently. Like he didn't like the label applied to Punpun. While it's internally the most dark story I've ever read.
Artists just say that kind of thing to seem cool. We all know it.
No, but I quite like the stuff I've read of him. Like Nidagahara Holograph I have to reread, which is really interesting. And there's a short one which I've read 2 times, I think, which is called Downfall, about the manga artist. You might like that, Michi. Like his.
I mean, part of it was that Punpun has like I like the contrast between the Punpun and the other dudes, but his character art in itself wasn't that great. That's why I gravitated more toward Demons Data Destruction, because that one I actually do like the art like quite a lot. Has some really great stuff in it.
Wait,
so
do you mean you did not like the art in Punpun?
From what I saw, like the character art itself was not as good as his later stuff, so I gravitated more to his later stuff.
I mean, that's one of the few criticisms of Poon Poon that I completely understand.
Yeah, like I'm talking about the people. I really like the contrast of the brush pen bird contrast with the other ones. I mean, that's something I kind of did in the first chapter of Meziel too. Like I appreciate that, but I like the look of Dead Demon way more. So I'll usually do that like with manga, because I'll usually find like what is the point where their art became like really good, and then I'll go from there. I usually don't want to see that like their first few ones, because I'm like, they're not quite ripe yet. There we go.
I mean, I like the way Poon Poon looks, but
Yeah,
It's
like
not it's
of
not
course I don't
something I
like.
would ever expect other people to
I mean,
like.
if I go, it's been so long. If I just go back and look at it, I'll probably be like,
Yeah,
actually,
I mean,
that's
I'm
really
I'm
good.
like I'm looking up the one image of Aiko crying where she's waiting for Poon Poon and where he
The only
drives
image
Yeah.
I
by
remember,
in the
the only
taxi.
image I remember mentally from Pun Pun is the one Green always shares of the guy with a big boner.
No, not you. Come on. The most famous the most famous Poon Poon one is the guys looking at the stars.
Oh, it.
No,
Well,
no,
I've shared that as
I don't know what the fuck that is,
I've
but I
shared that
only know the
before.
boner.
You've seen it,
Yeah, but I only
Michi.
remember the boner because you've shared it like 15 times more.
It's the boner part is so funny because he's shooting laser beams out of his eyes
Yeah, shooting
and yelling,
laser beams
"I
out of his
had an erection."
Yeah, it's like the sequel to the Kira Mona Lisa panel.
Oh God,
Yeah, I mean it is.
Yeah.
I love the Uncle and Poon Poon
Also, it
so
reminds
much.
me
He's
of
such a good character.
what is
Yeah,
that?
he's a
Do you
good
know that?
character.
Do you know that image where it's like a dude sitting at a diner and he's got like a lightning bolt hitting him in the crotch? Like
No.
he just like he's like sitting down, his eyes are glowing, and there's like a lightning bolt hitting him directly in the penis, and it's glowing, and he's like, it's like got a very scary aura. It's just like people post it when someone posts a hot anime babe or something. They'll just post that reaction image.
Hmm.
Hmm. Save it.
Yeah, Pun Pun's great though. I mean, part of the problem with
Yes.
Pun Pun visually is some characters he draws where they do have a lot of appeal to the design, like Aiko, where even when she doesn't
Yeah, like
look
oh,
pretty, she looks interesting and
oh,
there's some charm
fuck.
to it. But then there are some characters where they just look like ugly, snotty blobs, and you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, but he does that intentionally, it seems.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt. But either way, like
Yeah. I just accidentally closed all my fucking tabs while
I
I
mean,
was.
I don't know if either of you have read Dead Demons, but in that one, uh, one of the main girls has like a brother who is like he used to be like the handsome like basketball jock, but he's like now all he does is like play video games and he's fat, but he still has the handsome face, so he just has like this fat like face and neck. And then has this like handsome anime boy face stuck on it in the center of it, kind of like the prison school guy or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's a funny like little character in there.
Oh, where his face is handsome in the middle of the fat neck.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
I
face
just
is. I
I
mean,
just found it.
I,
Okay.
yeah. If you can post it in chat. I was gonna drag it
I was.
into my clip studio, but yeah.
It's amazing how hard it is to look up anything from DDD Destruction when you don't know exactly how to spell it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's dead demons. Destruction.
I really have to
think it's
take a
4.
fucking screenshot of this and cannot take the picture itself. Whatever.
That's fun. I just found I also just saw one of the most cursed YouTube thumbnails I've ever seen in my fucking life. Where
Is
it's
it Scott Pilgrim Sucks, the show is better one? That's
no,
really cursed one.
it's Kid Ico looking sad to the side, and then in big text next to it they wrote childhood abuse and bedwetting.
I mean, that's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Yeah,
No,
Pun
the worst YouTube thumbnail is the history of Chris Chan part 16.
Oh, right. I mean, I still wonder if this one was real, where it said like it said something like High Guardian Spice doesn't respect your time, part 1 of
Yes.
17. And it's like
It wasn't. I don't think it was part 1 of 17, but yeah, there was definitely one with that title.
it was
There's one that's like Berserk isn't for me and that's okay. And I just thought to myself, no, it's not. I was just like, no, that's not okay. I don't care who you are. If you don't like Berserk, fuck you.
oh my god, this guy I'm patrolling the internet. I search for scumbags who flaunt their knowledge.
Oh yes, that's
Oh,
right.
What?
He's like a weird white knight. Yeah. And he constantly gives like that like shiny eye handsome boy look to his young sister. It's very funny. He's like, "Don't worry, big bro will protect you," and he looks like that.
it's
It's
unfortunate.
pretty funny. It's I don't think there's any
Yeah.
sexual thing. It's just funny that
No,
he's such a weirdo.
I wasn't even going there.
Oh, okay.
Just his life is unfortunate. I mean that's kind of what
I
Asano
think he's a
does.
jerk.
Uh, I mean people have said it before, but Pun Pun is just like the typical characters in manga, like manga main characters where it's like, oh, look how tragic their life is, but they achieved all these great things. Pun Pun is just a brutally realistic depiction of what someone like that, what their life would actually be.
Yeah, the interesting part about Poon Poon is that the world is no worse than the real world. Like it's yeah,
Uh-oh.
like it's not a dystopia, you know. It's like
That's what I
the
would say
setting
about
stuff.
Berserk. The world is not much worse than the real world.
No, I mean, like you can kind of categorize stories in do they deal with internal darkness or external darkness or both? Like external darkness would be like a dystopia where the society is fucked by whatever government systems or apocalypse or what. And then there are stories that focus more on internal stuff like Poon Poon, but where the world, the entire setting is just exactly like the real world. There's nothing externally evil in that sense that makes things worse.
Yeah.
But still, Poon Poon is so incredibly dark. Like it's like a good reflection for what life can just be like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Poon Poon is just about how life just destroys some people and there's not a good explanation for it. It's like Poon Poon definitely made some mistakes. Poon Poon did not make any mistakes that remotely justify how bad his life ended up being.
Yes. Yeah.
But the bird has made mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Do
I
you,
mean, he's made
He's a-
mistakes, but
Michi,
But he's a bird.
you know that the bird is just how he sees himself, right?
No? Why would I know that?
I don't fucking know. But yeah,
How,
Michi,
how could I possibly know that?
but Michi, like the conceit of Poon Poon is for whatever reason. Oh no,
what's happened
he'll be back. I suspect.
in a second.
Oh no. That's what he gets for not retweeting me.
Shut up.
Oh wait, fuck, he heard that.
It's fine. I'm gonna go in at like a few minutes anyway, so we can cut the where
Okay.
you can continue it without being able to see what I'm doing. Either is good.
Well, I mean the stream is it says you're no or well, last time when you started streaming again it came up, but yeah, we can talk for just a few more minutes. Are you gonna go eat dinner?
No, I had dinner before we started.
Okay.
Just my girlfriend's home, and I'm gonna go to bed with her in a bit when she
Okay.
finishes her dinner.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can wrap up. I mean, the stream's still open if you want to stream. Yeah,
I'm scared of it crashing again. Is the only thing.
well, the concept of Pun Pun is Pun Pun and his immediate family are all birds, just because I guess that's how Pun Pun sees himself and his people.
He's like the guy from Sangatsu no Lion.
Yeah, but
Like I am the cookie.
but in story, Pun Pun is a human being. He just visualizes himself and his family as bird people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's a burden on society.
Yeah. I mean, and there are theories about it. Like, some people think it's to help you identify with him. Some people think it's because keeping Pun Pun kind of symbolic, I don't know, makes it a little easier to accept how fucked up the story is.
Hey Green, I know why it is. Do you want me
Why?
to tell you? Spoilers? It's because Inyo Asano likes drawing that bird character. That's why. That's the reason why every manga has a character like that. That's why Meziel has glums.
Oh, okay.
Not a
Sure.
metaphor. He just likes drawing that bird, and he thought, how can I make a comic about this? I know.
I mean, Poon Poon also has random appearances by God.
I love the god character in Poon Poon.
What he becomes is just.
You guys feel like you're trying to
the-
gaslight me into believing a fictional manga exists. You're just like saying stuff.
No,
Oh
that's
yeah,
all-
and I love
Mi-
Mike Tyson in it too.
Michi,
He's great.
Poon Poon is just one of the
Poon Poon is
weirdest
fucking
mangas
crazy.
ever made.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Like nothing can prepare you for Poon Poon.
Not even you guys.
No, not
Okay.
even us. No,
And,
God shows up. There's like a psychic cult that causing the apocalypse.
Yeah, like by the way, about this, if you think that's metaphorical, Asano said in an interview that that's all real, that all actually happened in universe.
I don't know what even would be metaphorical and what would not be. It's-
Like the whole
Uh,
stuff with the one-eyed Durama, which is representative of Poon Poon and the actual Durama figure, which like how Poon Poon's fate is like related to the apocalypse or not apocalypse and stuff, but still everything that's symbolic also just happened in universe.
yeah, Pun Pun is
So
great.
they like very
Billy
barely.
Bat now.
Pun Pun has all these
Like the-
fantastical elements, but it feels so grounded. Like every
Yeah,
character
the
in
stuff
Poon
that's
Poon
grounded
is
feels
someone
really
you know.
grounded, and the stuff that feels out there is just super out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I love near the end because God keeps appearing to Poon Poon and just like giving fun little like tidbits. And towards the end,
bad Poon Poon.
and like towards the end, he like kills God or becomes God by like talking to the hallucination. And God is depicted as a smiling face with an afro, that just gets copy pasted all over the place.
Yeah,
and eventually
I'm not
Poon Poon
believing you.
calls
I'm not
him
buying
out.
what you guys ever say again. Never mind. You can stop right now. I'm not going along with this.
I promise this is real.
It's all true. I mean,
You guys
I
had
think the guy- the
a voice
picture that
call
he-
earlier. When you both left the call, you guys like went like hustled and were like, okay, what are we gonna tell Michi this time?
You should you should read it, man.
I mean,
it's
he-
good.
Yeah, you definitely should read it. I think the picture that he uses for God was like just one random friend of Asano or something. I forgot where he. Yeah,
He just
where he
goes,
got the picture from.
some guy with
Because
an
yeah,
afro.
it's not an afro. It's more like it's not exactly.
Yeah.
No, the guy with the afro is someone else. Green's confusing that with the random guy who just shows up.
What? No.
He has an
Yeah,
afro.
Green.
Yeah.
Why, how could you do that?
I'm not confusing. No, the afro face with the glasses is God.
He does not have an afro.
It's a small afro.
Do you mean
I
hair?
wouldn't say.
Yeah, he has puffy hair. That's a fucking afro.
Okay,
Okay,
sure, dude.
okay, hold on.
Yeah, show the picture, and then
Or-
you two can argue if this
Yeah,
is
No,
an
I'll
afro.
we
be I'll be
can't.
the judge.
You'll-
I'll be the
you'll-
judge of
you'll,
what's an
You'll
afro.
judge your ass through a hole in the ground. Okay.
Yes, I will. 10 out of 10.
No, look at this guy. Okay, I'm gonna
this guy.
look at this graph.
Look at this afro.
Look, I just
Graph,
dropped
bro.
it
I mean,
right
okay,
now.
yeah, you're like it's like a little bit more than I remember.
That
but
is
not
an
as much as
afro.
the-
I'm not saying it's a giant afro like black people have, but it's an afro.
Green might be right. It is.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
Japanese.
okay. I thought like I remembered it being a little bit shorter than that.
Okay, so if
But
you
there's
got
also a
robbed
red-
by someone and you had to describe them
It's,
to the cops,
This is what they call a J-fro.
yeah, would you say they have
Yeah.
hair or would you say they have an afro?
Well, if I said they have
I
hair, that
still
would
don't
be
think
very
I would have
helpful.
described it in like if,
Yeah,
if,
I would
don't think
say-
I would have described it.
I
that
would
to
say he
people.
has a. I would say he has Einstein hair.
No, I also wouldn't use
He has
that.
he has black Einstein hair.
But
Are
still,
you implying
there is a
Einstein
random
wasn't
guy.
black?
There is a random guy in Poon Poon with an afro who shows
Maybe.
up from time to time,
Okay.
which is not God.
Man, remember when Poon
it's
Poon was
maybe
like,
I-
maybe I am retarded? That was great.
I don't remember that, but that is definitely in
God
line.
damn it! I
with-
don't know what to believe or not
No,
now.
just hold on. Oh, yeah, wait. Oh, the afro guy actually starts the
Which parts
conversation.
of this are real?
Yeah. Look at this. There's an afro
Oh,
guy.
here he is.
It's
Wait.
like when Aiko said this, Poon Poon
Yeah.
realized he probably was retarded.
Yeah, okay.
Oh man,
Yeah,
this just has me thinking about Poon Poon
yeah,
now. Uh,
yeah, of course. It's amazing.
I'm
Yeah,
also going to
'cause
look
it's
up
the
this
thing.
the star thing because Michi, you have 1 trillion% seen this somewhere. Show me where's the whole thing? God damn it, it's
I
not.
mean, the stuffing,
Show
I
me
have
the
it
money.
This is not the hard
on
part.
my on my 3x3,
Why is
but
there
that's
a
just a
Poon
small
Poon
image of it.
soundtrack?
Oh, I think I remember it then.
Yeah, this is not. This is slightly cropped, but this is what it
Yeah,
is.
that's the one.
Where they're all
Hold
kids and they
on,
all go
guys.
out
I'm still
to
drawing.
enjoy life together.
Okay, wait a second.
Like the only one happy thing that ever happens in Poon Poon is this image, basically.
Yeah. And Poon Poon looks so cool. He gets a scarf at one point.
Yeah, I've seen him with the scarf and the beanie.
Yeah, look how cool this is.
Uh,
How do you not
I mean,
love this character?
he like resembles his uncle with that outfit
oh
because he
yeah, I
also looks
remember.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
does. Oh, okay.
seeing this
I
from
typing in Poon Poon erection was not the smartest thing I ever did. Shit. I don't want to type in uncle erection because that might make it worse.
Oh yeah, look, Green. You might. I think you will enjoy this. Fuck, where is it? God damn it! Hold on.
Okay. Ah, no.
I think you will. You will appreciate this this line from Dead Demons Dead.
I guess I'm not finding it. The
Look
weirdest
like
thing
for
is,
pottery shop.
well, I was looking for the
I know which image you. Yeah, I
Oh,
know which one
okay.
you mean. But
Oh,
like
okay. Yeah.
Uncle
Yeah.
Pottery Shop or something.
Read
Oh,
the text.
I'm going to post a ton of pictures of cat balls, then they'll realize the truth. Right or left doesn't matter, they're just two parts of the same ball sack called society. Oh, that's great. This is so sad.
Yeah.
It's like
He's a good character.
one of the last things. That actually does remind me of the Mishima quote where he says left wing, right wing, I don't care as long as it's violent.
Mhm.
Left wing, right wing, just get me some chicken wings.
Yeah.
That's my quote that I came up with.
I don't even remember what happened here. On the day before I went to karaoke with you, I masturbated for the first time in 5 years.
Jesus.
Yeah, I remember.
So much
I do
weird
remember
shit
that scene.
happens in Pun
Depends
Pun.
how old the character is. Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
That's the uncle, right?
The uncle's so good.
Okay, I get
Yeah,
it. It's the best manga.
I'm utterly
Jesus.
despicable. You can't even imagine.
Okay, but tell me about the manga.
How do you? Oh, ha ha ha. I mean, I get the uncle. Life is hard. Poop. Pun Pun blowing into a bottle?
Maybe you guys made this manga in your spare time.
I wish
Yeah,
I
sure. We are
had.
that's skilled.
You know
We're
what?
so skilled.
Pun Pun is one of those few. Aw, this is so sad. Michi played
The entire thing is
Despacito.
so What?
Like I'm your fucking Alexa.
A little bit. But look at this. This actually reminds. Oh my god. This actually really resembles a panel from Kodomo no Jikan of all things, which I have shared before.
What was that again? Like I don't remember the title. Like, what is that?
Don't worry about it.
It's the manga we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Where the main character, but there's a part in it where the main or the main girl character at least sees the other character kiss someone his own age, and she is destroyed, and her hair is blown in front of her like that. That might just be a stock image. Yeah, man, cigarettes. Man, remember when they're smoking on the roof, Jaws?
Kodomo no Jikan?
After,
Mm,
yeah,
remember
wait. No, after.
Oh, you mean the uncle? Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
with
Yeah,
the uncle.
I was wondering, when did Aiko and
In
him
fact,
smoke?
I love you as
Yeah, okay.
much as ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
Pun
scene is
really
great,
didn't do
like,
anything
the
wrong,
talk.
so yeah. That would be cool. If you didn't hate him for that. Oh man, there's a part. There's this panel where there's like an explosion of words going away from Pun Pun. You know what I can't remember what it is.
Mm. Oh, there are like a million weird
Yeah, where
ones.
I think he's
I
communing
posted
with
the one
God.
where.
Okay.
Wait, let me see.
What? Huh?
Yeah, look at
Hey,
this.
with what? Hey.
Man, look at what he's doing the finger things and he's acting all cool.
Yeah, wait.
I'm not...
That's how you
Maybe you
get
mean
that's how you get women.
Oh yeah, that one's also really good. He's at the
He's at the
Is,
at his
DMV.
driver's license.
Is a Roosh V one of the Pun Puns?
I don't
Tells you how
know.
to get bitches.
I don't
You don't
know
know
who
Rouge
that
V
is.
is?
I don't remember
What?
exactly.
He's like
Yeah,
the
maybe you
pickup.
meant
He's like the
maybe you meant
pickup
that
artistry
one.
guy, like that had books and
Like-
websites about how you need to nag women.
Oh,
and
this
shit.
is gonna sell Michi on it right here.
Like I
Oh,
posted
China-
this one when I had a
Oh,
migraine.
I think that's it. I think that's the one I was thinking of. I forgot it was little Pun Puns though. But look at this. The uncle's yelling, "There is no God!"
Hold on, I feel like I'm a comics artist and I have two small children jumping in my legs.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yep. Look at us! Look at
Oh
us!
yeah. Oh,
Look at my comic. Shut
Yeah.
up. I'm making my comic.
Yeah. Look at this. He says, dear God, tinkle tinkle hoy," and that's how you summon God.
You're still
Yep.
making shit up.
And
This
no,
isn't real.
it's right here at the panel.
Oh yeah, then they say Bananarama and a fucking giant monkey shows up and he's like, I am God, and then he explodes.
I mean,
And then Pun Pun cries.
I mean, that's kind of what happens. Yeah.
God damn it, shut up. You guys are fake. You don't exist.
I mean, we haven't even shown him the god of poop yet.
you're just saying words.
Wait, I don't remember
Stop
this one.
saying words.
Wait, God of Poop?
Yes, the
Fun.
guy. You remember the guy who has the hallucinations?
Oh
the
right,
friend,
oh
one
right.
of
There's
the
like
friend.
the guy's hallucinating that there's like a flying saucer made by poop people who come to Earth.
How am I gonna know
Yeah.
like whatever to believe anymore?
I mean, I forgot like half of this
All
shit.
of it. Yeah, we didn't make up anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Michi.
And it turns actually, given as I said that everything that happens actually happens in reality, so the god of poop and this weird thing is in spaceship is also in universe
Yeah.
really happening.
I mean, Michi, do you
It's not
know
just an hallucination.
that when Poom
You
Poom...
drew that poop over his head in Photoshop. You're fake.
No.
Michi, did you know...
Everyone's fake.
I think you might know though that towards the end of the story, when Poon Poon enters his edgy phase,
What?
his head turns into a giant black cylinder with 4 eyes and demon horns.
Okay.
Did you know
I
know that?
no, but why is the guy in the panel shouting "There is no God"? Why is he Ben Saint? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, more like Ben Sinner, am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with the sentiment, but I didn't think they'd put him in a manga.
I mean, the uncle's too nice to be Ben, but I feel like the uncle and Ben would jive a little bit.
Green hates
Yeah.
Ben so much; it's very funny.
I don't hate Ben. Why would you think I
well,
hate
he does.
Ben?
Because every time you talk about him, you say Ben fucking sucks, and I'll kill him if I see him.
I never said that,
No.
especially not
Really?
since we have the tiny social connection that is you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am very tiny. You're
What
right.
do you ask of God, Poon Poon?
yeah.
I ask to be put on patreon.com/Ben Saint.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
Please.
hate
you have
Ben.
to
I mean,
talk to
I
Ben.
remember when he mouthed off to me in a server like 3 years ago, but I remember everything anyone ever did to me, so that's fine.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's why they call you. Never mind.
I'm a paranoid, vindictive person. It's just part of my character.
I mean, say whatever you want. I appreciate that Ben just gets stuff done.
Yeah.
Like he's made lots of comics. He gets the stuff out to the people who pay for it on time. He organizes stuff. He's done like 15 more lectures.
I mean,
he's just a busybody.
I mean, I don't know if you want to kiss and tell, but
He pays me on
I
time
mean that's
for
what I was
the
gonna
work I
say. Like,
do. Yeah.
I mean, especially compared to all the other business arrangements which had happened around that time, when Ben contacted you and things just made sense, I was very happy for you. You know, unlike certain
I
people
think
that might owe you money, you know, years later.
yeah, well, you know. The thing is just I think Ben is like one of the few adults in the PCP is the real thing.
Yeah.
It's like him and BG and I guess Tom Oliver doesn't really have a chance to be an adult.
I mean, I feel like, you know, I think
He's a
adult is more a mentality than anything
well,
else.
yeah. I
Like,
don't mean physically they're old enough. I mean they all are, but
well,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even think of adult as, you know, money, and I wouldn't. Of course I wouldn't. But I yeah,
fucking Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs. But I mean, I think
But I'm
adult.
like, what does it mean to be an adult?
I
And he's
mean,
like, when you have money.
and at least for men, I think adult is, you know, it's just accepting the idea that other people don't owe you anything and you can't expect other people to take care of you.
Yeah.
Unlike, you know, some people. Uh, I don't feel like.
Actually, that's called being an American.
Oh, I mean, kind of. You know, America is the only grown-up country. Like, Europe was just a nation of children until they came over here.
That's true.
It really is.
And
Uh,
America continues that tradition by kicking out its young at
this
the age of
is
18.
this is adorable. What a wholesome little manga that we all should love. Damn.
Yeah, absolutely whole.
How could that
Yeah.
ever turn ugly? Ever?
Okay, how long
Ever,
is this?
yeah.
Is this
It's-
purported supposed
It's
manga?
it's actually pretty long.
It's not very. No, no, like not that.
Isn't Pun Pun like 130, like 150
Yeah, that's
chapters?
short. Yeah, that's short.
That is not short.
The duality
short
of
for
man.
manga.
Who are you, fucking Thupa?
Green, he's absolutely right. Like this is just the thing. This is just that thing where you last time when you were like, "Oh, I've read actually a lot of manga." I was like, "Oh yeah, all of these are like 50 chapters." Of course, he fucking has.
Well,
Like
most
combined, they're not the
most
they're
manga
not the
don't
length
go
of
on
One
for
Piece.
hundreds and hundreds of chapters.
They do.
It's
Most
a,
of
That's
them
not true.
It's a
do.
size.
That's not true.
What are you fucking talking about? No, it's not.
Because if you're counting dojins,
fucking
no.
Shonen,
But if you're
Shonen
counting
Jump is
published
not
manga, most
indicative.
published manga are long.
I don't think that's true.
All the other shonen magazines, they also like try and keep stuff around
Like
that length.
150 chapters is a pretty long manga.
No.
It's no, yeah, it's mid. It's like that's
short.
middling.
If we're
pretty
just comparing it to successful
It's
long
not-
runners,
it's
then
not-
yes,
it's
that's
not-
short. But
It's not short,
It's
Jaws.
just
Like
an
okay,
easy
let's
answer
not
how
go
many
crazy.
chapters.
Let's not go crazy. Like 150 times 20 pages is gonna take a while. Like it's not short, but it's not long. Like
what I'm saying is like it's not short. It's not like something you could just knock out. I'm bracing Michi for
mean,
the reality that it is a commitment to get through Pun Pun, especially because there are
Green-
big chunks of it that get pretty slow. Hey,
Green,
Danger.
I could knock that out in like 2 days.
I'm
Maybe
not,
one.
I'm not saying you can. Yeah, and you can like. I know you can, but in the world of manga, that's still a healthy length manga. It's not like a short manga. Like you can knock it out in 2 days. Manga is also the most fastly consumed medium like in the history of Earth.
I mean, that's kind of true, yeah.
It's
I'm
TikTok
I'm annoyed
videos.
that I
I don't know,
cannot
I-
find
I just
a chapter number for Poon Poon, only a volume number. It's 13 volumes, so it's like, I don't know, something more than 130 chapters or something.
Yeah.
I would like to continue this conversation, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
go now.
Hey, we haven't even got to the numerous, you know, Poon Poon. I stole this from someone. I think it might have been
Okay,
Vile.
I said I was gonna go. And
Okay,
you talked
well, I
over
would.
me, but
Okay,
I
but
am still gonna go. But
okay, goodbye. I was
Yeah.
gonna make fun of
Ah.
him. God damn it.
We didn't get to say goodbye.
I know. I wanted to tease him, because someone, I think it was Vile, said Poon Poon is one of the few pieces of art that understands that male ejaculation is inherently horrifying.
Ah,
Yeah, and it is. Poon
mm,
Poon's
I disagree.
okay, it's fine. I would never say that. What the fuck is happening here? I don't remember this.
Where? What?
Oh, Poon Poon's like grabbing Aiko and saying, "I want to have sex with you." There's so much stuff going on.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not 100% on the live thing, so I
or
guess
no, you're not. How are
no.
you?
I just had to.
How are you feeling, Jaws? How's life?
Today was relatively good after the not so great week, so that's fine. I might probably have a headache tomorrow given the hours of sleep I'm lacking. So I can look forward to that, I guess.
That
Like ridiculous
sounds hard.
how sensitive, yeah. And my body like reacts to any change I do to my routine. It's really fucking stupid.
I am sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Man, remember when they find that video and they're like, "I don't
Yeah. I don't
understand."
understand. Yeah. I remember it's not been long since I watched Tiabu read Poon Poon, so I remember quite a bit of it.
I should reread Poon Poon. It's good.
Yep, yeah, sure. I mean, it's one of the best art things that exist, in my
I
opinion.
mean, it's up there.
It certainly is.
It's also just kind of in its own world. There's nothing like Poon Poon.
Well, nothing quite like it. I mean, as I said, I've been reading or stopped reading Boys Abyss, which is a little bit like Poon Poon, but not in the surreal kind of way, like a little bit more grounded, but with there's like so many what's the word? Not exactly coincidences, but interlinked things that you wouldn't think are in there, that it's kind of ridiculous,
Hmm.
but it's still like trying to portray it grounded. No, it does not have the surreal weirdness of Poon Poon, but the story is kind of similar. Story and characters. Not I wouldn't say it's as good as Poon Poon or as deep, but it tries to do something similar. It's probably the
Sounds.
more cliched version of it.
I think that all sounds good.
I mean, I've enjoyed it. I just fell off. And I read like 85 chapters or so. I think I'm at chapter 85.
Man,
I
remember
don't
when
know if it's
Poon
even
Poon
finished.
is like, "I'm going to make you miserable"? That was crazy.
Uh, Everything about Poon Poon is crazy.
It is. It's all.
I
It's
mean,
weird that it doesn't come up more in discussions. Like people usually don't bring up Poon Poon when they're talking about like all-time greats.
I don't know. Like I would bring it up all the time in conversations like that. What was I about to say? Right. It just is internally, I think, the darkest thing I've read.
Um, yeah, it's up there. I'm not totally
I've not
sure
read
what it would.
Metamorphosis. Maybe that would be darker
I
even.
mean, Metamorphosis is extremely dark, but it's also surreal and silly and nonsensical.
Well,
I mean,
that also fits Poon Poon.
it makes sense as a metaphor. Uh, I don't know. Metamorphosis is very dark, but it doesn't get bogged down in it so much. It's also very brisk. And Kafka famously was laughing all night when he was writing it because he thought it was so
Oh, I
funny.
was not talking about that Metamorphosis. I was
Oh,
talking
okay.
about the other one.
Oh, sorry. I assumed you were talking about the famous literary story and not the pornography.
No, I've not read it. I only know about it.
I
But still.
I mean, I'm assuming Metamorphosis the porn is a reference to Kafka, right?
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, it would be weird if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like why else would it have the title?
I'm not sure if I'd count that either. I don't know what would compete with Poon Poon in terms of being dark.
Hmm.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. That's darkness in one image, or one phrase. Yeah, Poon Poon. Sorry. Oh, okay. No, no, Michi, you can go to bed. It's fine. We're not gonna keep you up. Was really enjoying the call though. Aw. I do like the
Well,
shot at the end where everyone is standing.
everyone is standing?
Yeah, where everyone's waving to the character.
Oh,
Where they
okay.
reintroduce one
Yeah.
of
I
Poon
think that
Poon's friends just to kind of narrate the end of
yes,
the,
yeah.
the tale.
Yeah. I was thinking about like the literally last shot in the classroom with everything repeating. Basically, to set up that everything's gonna repeat. Which like that's if you think about it, there are like probably two types of people. The one who would say that's absolutely horrifying, that the implication is that the same thing is gonna play out with the next generation, or people who think, okay, maybe this time it turns out differently.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
You know, it reminds me of, one of my famous beloved anime videos from years
You
ago.
maybe should share some more.
Yeah, maybe I should. No, those videos are for after I die, when future generations look back upon our greatness as a society. Uh, and the brief peak that civilization hit, which was Anatube in, the late 2010s. Uh, the
Great and influential philosopher. Oh, Jesus, can't
Yep,
talk. Philosopher Green. Yeah.
yep, the peaks of the intelligentsia. But the I remember my Berserk Vinland Saga video I made where that was, something that had been sticking in my mind, like, the difference between dark and, just sad and like what makes a story dark. Where
Yeah.
where to me dark is like, there's no God. Like that's basically it. Where there's no redemption in the world, there's no larger frame that makes, what you're going through okay or worth it. It's just this is what it is, and like you're just suffering and there's no reason for it. And I'm not
Basically
totally
meaninglessness.
yeah. Like to me dark and nihilistic are almost the same thing because like even like the Lord of the Rings would be a good example of like an anti-dark story where, things are very grim in the moment, but the whole story is surrounded by like these larger worlds and, gods and this larger frame of meaning that
Yeah, I mean
what
it's a classical good versus evil
yeah,
story.
and it's like even if we fail, it's like that scene where Gandalf is talking to Merry slash Pippin
Yes.
before the
Yeah.
war, saying like, you go beyond the peaks and then you like see the plains or the sea or something, and that's what you see when you die. And the Hobbit's like, oh, that's not so bad. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's not so bad.
that's
Like
not, and he says, yeah, not bad at all.
it's like
And
even if you
even if they fail in like a noble undertaking and stuff like that.
yeah, you're fine. Like
Yeah.
the
I mean,
misery in the worst case is still transient, and the fundamentals of reality are fine. Unlike in Berserk, where the fundamentals of reality are fucked. And it's
yeah,
like,
I've not caught up with it, so there's still stuff I don't know.
I
But
mean,
the whole idea of evil I know.
yeah, it's controversial. I think Michi reminded me a little while ago that in Berserk, there were some editions where they even took out the idea of evil chapter because it was
Yeah,
confusing and
exactly.
Miura thought it was going too far.
Yeah, that was telling too much. But I like that chapter. Like I've read it.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely valuable. I don't know if it was necessary, but it's valuable. Uh, yeah, and it's like and I compare that to, you know, and I remember thinking about that with Thorfinn, because like Thorfinn's whole situation is it's just he is the one with the problem. Like the world is basically fine if he could just walk away from this situation, if he could get over himself, and everything would be basically fine. Like he
Well,
doesn't
it's
need
more
all the
like
bloodshed and anything like that.
yeah, like I would not say the world is fine. It's just the world is exactly like the real world. once again, like it is in Poon Poon. Like
Yeah.
the bad things happen, but yeah, that's just world.
Yeah, and like Thorfinn, he has a home he could go back to. Like if he could
Yeah.
let go of the memory of revenge and that need, like he could just go be a normal
You have to
person.
watch the second season,
I don't have
which you
to
will
do
love.
anything, which I shouldn't have to tell you,
You have
Joss.
You have to. No, but I once again I advise you that you would love the second season.
I know I would, but there's just so much going on right now, and Konosuba's
Okay,
out.
Konosuba coming back.
I mean, I
All
watched
right,
pirated
still have
episodes of
to.
Konosuba, and you know what? At
Yeah,
first I wasn't sold, but by the end of episode 2 I was like, "Damn, this is a fun concept for the next arc. I am on board for this."
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Damn. You
But
haven't
okay,
seen the little
the
blonde
plot
girl with
in
the grapes in
Konosuba
her hair?
generally. I mean, I've seen the trailers. Like, I think she's royalty. That's all I know. Or
Hmm.
even I don't know even know that. That's just what I think. But the
But
plot in Konosuba never mattered much to me anyway.
no. What were you
Mm.
saying?
I still think the plot in Konosuba never
No,
mattered
no,
much to
before
me
that, before
anyway.
that.
Did I say anything before that?
I don't care then. Yeah, I should. I know. Vinland Saga's
I mean,
good. I'm sure it
before that we were
is.
talking. Yeah, before that we were just talking Vinland Saga. Another thing though, which once again bring up dark things. Like Poon Poon is probably the darkest one. I remember the final, well, not just the final chapter, but the final section of 1984 is really, really dark. And one particular chapter in Catch 22. That's like things I remember off the top of my head that I consider being internally really dark.
Yeah, I almost think darkness is
Oh, oh,
like
oh, oh, and the ending of Stephen King's Revival, which is probably the most messed up thing ever. No, the darkest one rather, not the most messed up.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I mean,
Lovecraftian.
Lovecraft is honestly like he's the archetypal example for a reason. Lovecraft, because I think of dark as the impulse for meaning and goodness that is inside some people at least. There's just no reciprocation from reality. It's just like they're trying to go forward with these emotions and ideas of how life should be, and then life just destroys it and just does not care. Where Lovecraft
Yeah.
manages to go all the way to the other extreme, where the universe is like actively malevolent, which doesn't
No,
even
actually,
make sense. Or
no,
like it's just
like he doesn't
actively
even does that.
hostile
Yeah,
to human meaning. That's what I should have said.
well, to human meaning, yeah. Like it's like insignificance in Lovecraft's way, like that humans are utterly insignificant, like anything humans believe and do, where they are even below the notice even of these giant forces that control the universe. Like
Yes.
basically, it's nihilism in a slightly different way. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Poon Poon is a good story.
As we have established firmly over the last hour or so.
I need to just send this to Michi. I found God looking at him at the bus stop. Or or something. Oh my god, this is great. This is
You
so incredible.
cannot hide from God.
No, you really can't. Yeah, we should do pun pun. Well, I'm not hanging up on you. I should probably end the stream.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Do do
We have
do.
we have entertained people. We have danced
Oh,
as the clowns
yeah.
that we are
We
for the
really
entertainment of the masses.
we really
The masses
have.
of two people.
Yep, if we're lucky. Goodbye, two people, if
Oh
you're
wait, yeah,
there.
I'm actually one of them, I
Yeah.
think. So
Well, goodbye, random other unknown person. We love you. Take care.